Hi guys, welcome to RAMESHSOFT video tutorials. In this video tutorial, I will discuss about a simple feature file along with the step definition file. Every feature file contains the corresponding step definitions, what it means exactly. Now see here, what I'm doing is, so go to this feature files folder. Under this, let me create one feature file. Feature file, I'm writing fp.feature. Now click on finish. Now every feature file we should say with the extension called, what is the extension? Dot extension, right? Yes. So every feature file begins with one called, what is that? A feature. A feature contains what? Some name and what? Some description, right? Some description. Now see, so I don't want all this. Just I'm writing a feature description as fp login. But let me go with some basics and then we'll go for advanced levels. Let's get some good understanding of this. A feature is a keyword which contains the name and which contains the what? Description. It is optional. Description is always what? Optional. So this is my feature, is a keyword. Using this, I can represent what? One use case. So here I'm giving the name as a what now? fp login use case. A feature contains a group of what? A scenarios. A use case contains what generally? Group of what? Test cases. In the same way, a feature contains right? A group of what? Scenarios. Maybe 1 to any number. Now let me I'm taking the next will begins with scenario 4. Every scenario contains what? Name. I'm giving some name as a fp test case or fp scenario with correct username and correct password. Very good. And I told you a scenario is a keyword, right? A scenario is a keyword which contains the what? A group of what? Steps. Yes or no? Yes. How you can represent the steps? What are the keywords are there in Cucumber? Given, when, then, and, what? These are called what? Steps. Right? Now, so I'm telling the given, before executing my test case, what is the prerequisite? Given, I'm specifying, given, user is in home page. When the user in home page, and when I enter username and password, when I enter username and password, and when I click on login button or sign in button, then login page should be open. Login page should be open. This is a simple feature file, right? So here I'm having a feature and it is having a one scenario. This scenario is having some steps. Here we can have only one scenario or any number of scenarios. Any number of scenarios you can have. So a feature file can contain scenario. Maybe one or more than what? One. Yes or no? Yes. Alright. So each feature file, right? Each feature file contains scenarios. In the same way, each feature file should have the corresponding step definitions. What exactly this step definition, right? Now see guys, you wrote here something given using home page. For this, in the backend we should write what? The corresponding code, the snippet of code. That means the step definition is a file which contains the corresponding steps for the what? A feature file. So each step in the feature file is going to map with the step definition file. For this step, the actual code will be there as a part of what? Step definition file. Now see here guys, what I'm doing is, so under this src test-java, I created one package called, what is that? com.rameshsoft.cucumber.step definitions, right? Step definitions. So at this moment, what I'm doing is, just let me delete this file, step definitions always. Let me create one more. So I'm creating under this package, I'm creating a class called step definitions sorts. Click on finish. Now observe carefully, guys. So each feature file contains the scenarios. That scenario contains this in the form of steps, right? Or we can represent the steps in feature file in Cucumber, given when I'm then I'm but. So each feature file contains the corresponding step definitions. Means it contains the piece of code. Each feature file contains the corresponding step definitions for those steps. Now see here now, if you put the cursor here, it is telling no definitions found for what? Users in home page. Because we didn't write it. Let's write it now. So go back to the here. So upset here now. So here the feature is having one scenario. The scenario is having how many steps? 4 steps. Each step should have the corresponding code snippet in the step definition file. How we can write it? Now just observe here, guys. So what I'm doing is, observe carefully. Now I'm taking a method public void, some right meaningful name. I am writing as users is in home page. Let me take this way. Now I'm writing underscore So what I'm doing is, just as of now I'm writing some dummy code, sy off. At this moment I'm writing some dummy code. So next step is, what I'm doing is, the next step I'm doing is, we'll make it in complete double form. At this moment, let it be. Okay. And the next method I'm writing is, when I click on the login button, what I'm doing is, let's go. So I'll write one more method. So what is that? The last one is the login page should be open. Now what I'm doing is, we'll let in complete double format, guys. As of now, let me talk in normal language. Now, guys, so how I need to map this code to my feature file, right? So this name should be same like this. You can give any name, but some meaningful names. So what I'm doing is, this method I want to map to this step. This step, right? Now it is starting with what is the keyword given right here also. You need to start with given. Start with the keyword called what is that? Given. Now see here now, given from Cucumber API Java. Given in the double quotes, right? You have to write this step. What is that? This is the one you have to keep as it is, right? So when I'm going to run this, what my Cucumber will do is, it will check in this feature file, right? We have a step called given user in home page. It will check. It is going to map in this step definition file. So we have given user is in what? Home page. The mapping is going to be happens like this. So it is going to check in the future file, is there any given keyword step, given keyword with the user is in home page. It is there or not? Yes. Given user is in home page. It looks like this. Given it feels like it's a keyword, and this is that given contains the word string some message. It is going to check. So in the future file, is there any given user is in home page? Yes. So this step is going to map with this step definition file. suppose if I give instead of like given, if I give when, what happens? So it is will check in the feature file, is there any keyword with when and which contains user is in home page? When user is in home page, not there. Now it's going to be what now? Failed because mismatch is happening. So it should be given. Now this step I want to map with this. Which one? I want to map with this. Which one? This one. When I enter username and what? A password. So here I should write how. So here what is the keyword I need to specify? When and here I need to write like this. When in double quotes. Remove this when. Right. When I run this, it is going to check in my feature file, is there any step with when I enter username and password? Yes. So this is going to map it up with this step definition. So for this step, this is a piece of code we wrote. In this way mapping is going to happen. So for this step, this is the piece of code. I mean, each step should have the corresponding piece of code in step definition file. And then I want to write for this. How? Here I'm writing. What is the step it is starting? And. So should start with the and. Here we need to give the what this and is having. And when I click on login button. So here just paste it. Suppose here you started with capital letter, but here you started with what? Small letter. Will it work? It won't work. You'll get what now? Exception. Error saying that mismatch. There is no step definition file, step definition piece of code for this one. Right? So should be in small letter. Perfect. After this, for this right, so let me map with this step. It is starting with what is that? Then. So here also it should start with then I'm writing here now. You're right. Now. So in step definition file, a step definition is a file on a Java class which contains the piece of code for what? Each step in the feature file. Yes or no? Yes. But this is the way. Right? Now when we run this right, it will check, is there any step definition file for this given username is in home page? Yes. Given user is in home page. It's going to do what? Mapping like this. Right? So here write that given user is in home page, it is starting with what is that? It is starting with user, ending with what now? Page. If you want to convey, the starting indicates what? Caps, and dollar indicates what? Else. If you want to do like this. So what is a step definition file? Step definition is a file which is a simply Java class which contains the step definitions for the what? The feature file. Each feature file contains scenario. A scenario contains steps. So for each feature file, we need to provide step definitions. Nothing but backend code for this steps where we need to provide in step definition file. Okay guys, this is just me. I'm showing you how we need to create the feature file and how we need to write the corresponding step definitions. Right? And we'll see, instead of writing this let me write our Selenium code. Right? So what I'm doing is, I'm writing, so I configured already in my environmental variables, so system.setProperty is not required. So what I'm doing is, I'm checking remote WebDriver, some driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Now observe here guys, new Chrome driver, and then driver dot manage dot window dot right. So driver is the object. I'm calling manage method. Whenever you call manage method on the driver object, what is the object? You'll get it now. Options. On options, you are calling what is the method? Window. whenever you call window method on options object, you will get what is object? Window object. On the window object, you are calling what? Maximize. So you guys know about, right? What is options, what is window and all. Please watch my earlier videos. And then I want to delete my cookies. In order to delete the cookies, in order to work with cookies, we have a predefined interface called, what is that? Options interface, right? So in order to work with synchronization, right? So we have predefined interface called what? Timeouts interface, right? So you guys know all details. If you don't know, right, please watch my videos. I explain in detail. And then what I'm doing is driver.get off. I'm writing some https://www.somefacebook.com. Right. Now, and when a user is enter what? Username and password, right? This is local variable flight. Let me make as a what now? A class level variable. So I'm taking private driver. Let's make this class as a what? Tightly encapsulation class. Now let me remove this. Here what I have to do is now driver dot find element. You can identify the element. I'm taking by dot id something on this dot set keys, right? And without using by class, can we do it? Yes. So in such context interface, to identify the elements, we have two methods called find element with by mechanism, find elements with by mechanism. And in remote WebDriver is the implementation class of the WebDriver. WebDriver is the child class of whom? Child interface of whom? A search context. So remote WebDriver is implemented that WebDriver and search context interface methods. Along with that remote WebDriver is having some extra methods to identify the element, to get the session mechanism, to work with the JavaScript execute, to work with the screenshot. Now see here now, without using by class, can we identify the element? Yes. See here now, directly is asking ID. Pass the ID. I'm giving what now? Send keys. In the same way, right? One more is enter what the password. We'll see now how we can do that. And right, when the user clicks on what now? A sign in button, the login button. So find element. Here I'm taking the by mechanism. By dot ID if it is available. On that to what now? A click. So here, right, when we click on that, login page should be open. Let's assume that I'm writing this dummy code. It is open. Right. So let me open the Facebook now. So what I'm doing is, now see here guys, just give right click on inspect. Now what I'm doing is, so what is the ID this having? Now this here now, I'm doing send keys as 912796 and then identify this. What is that? This password. So I'm taking sec something it is having ID is equal to as. Now I'm giving something as. And I'm passing the name as RAMESHSOFT. And I want to click on where now? This login button. How I can do that? Right click on inspect. You guys know about this, right? You want to just watch my videos. And something here I'm taking. Let me take from here. Login button. So let me write the export. So double slash star. Get the right ID. Slash. Which is having the child word. What is that? Input of one. On this I'm doing what now? Now see here guys. So this is my test case. See here now. My step definition file, right? My step definition file is having a code snippet for all these steps or content that we specified as a part of the feature file. So whatever we have, the scenarios in feature file, each scenario should be defined as a part of step definition file. So each step should have the code snippet in the step definition file like this. So how we need to run this file, right? We'll see in the next video. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks so much.